Here we are.
We made it!
We took the last class,
Wrap the last project.
and now
We take our first steps.
Into a world that feels light years away from where we started.
Tepper was an experience I'll never forget.
for so many reasons.
The late night breakout room sessions.
Summer research projects.
The awesome professors.
BNT Club Tech Tracks.
Support from my advisors, peers, and dog.
Lifelong friends from all around the world.
And now, I can't wait to begin my career.
Experience New York City.
Start my PhD.
Make my future mine.
Conquer investment banking.
Working e-commerce in a post-pandemic era.
Be the leader Accelerate helped me become.
To the class of 2021.
Congratulations!
Congratulations!
Congratulations, we did it.
Good afternoon. I'm Linda Argoti, the Senior Associate Dean of Faculty and Research at the Tepper School of Business. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2021 Commencement celebration. We're here today to honor the remarkable accomplishments of the class of 2021. They've achieved much in their time at Tepper. They've stood out as one of the most supportive and inclusive groups that we've graduated. They've initiated major changes that will have a positive effect on the community. They are role models for the classes that will follow them. I know this year has not been easy. All of us here at the Tepper School are impressed with how you've navigated the transition and made the changes required of you to adjust to the challenges we all faced. On behalf of the faculty, administration, and staff, I'd like to thank you for the contributions you've made to our community. We congratulate you on your graduation from Carnegie Mellon. Please join me in recognizing the class of 2021 with a round of applause. I'd like to introduce the faculty and special guests who are in attendance at today's ceremony. As I call your name, please stand for recognition, and then you may sit back down. Nicola Secamunde, Professor of Operations Management and Head, PhD Program. Rick Bryant, Executive Director, Masters of Science in Computational Finance Program. Cindy McCauley, Executive Director, Online Master's Programs. Wendy Herman, Executive Director, Master's Programs, Student Services. Jonathan Stern, Associate Dean, Advancement. John Sengenberger, Executive Director, Alumni Relations. Jennifer Wegner, Executive Director, Undergraduate Business Administration Program. Burton Hollifield, PNC Professor of Finance and Head Undergraduate Business Administration Program. Carol Goldberg, Executive Director, Economics Program. Chris Telmer, Associate Professor of Financial Economics and Head of Economics Program. Duane Seppi, Bank of New York Mellon Professor of Finance and Head, Masters of Science in Computational Finance Program. Brad Iben, Executive Director, Master of Science in Product Management Program. Alan Montgomery, Professor of Marketing and Head, Master of Science in Business Analytics Program. Catherine Barakloff, Distinguished Service Professor of Finance and Head MBA Program. John Gasper, Associate Teaching Professor of Economics and Assistant Dean of Strategic Initiatives. Willem van Hove, Carnegie Bosch Professor of Operations Research and Senior Associate Dean, Education. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Isabelle Bejoux, Dean of the Tepper School of Business, to say a few words and introduce today's commencement guest speaker.
I'm so happy to be with all of you here today to celebrate your graduation. The class of 2021 has been a very special one in many ways. First and foremost, you have experienced a once-in-a-century pandemic that has disrupted your academic experience as well as so many other aspects of your lives. You're also the first class I will see graduate from the Tepper School as Dean. And I want to take a moment to recognize all that you have accomplished. I know how hard you have all worked over the past several years. And you should take great pride in what you have achieved here. Our curriculum is rigorous, and we hold our students to the highest standards. You have all overcome so much to make it to commencement. I am truly inspired by your resilience and work ethics. There is so much that lies ahead of you. Your time at the Tepper School may be ending, but there is still much for you to accomplish in your lives and careers. We have provided you with the tools to succeed, and I know you will take advantage of the opportunities presented to you. There are few programs that measure up to the high standards we set for yourselves at the Tepper School. You should take pride of what you have done, and more importantly, what you know now can do. Do not forget what you have accomplished and how capable you are. As you begin the next phase of your lives and careers, you have many reasons to be optimistic. You are graduating from one of the most demanding business schools in the world. The analytics and behavioral skills you acquired here will serve you well in an uncertain world where empathy and data-driven decisions are becoming essential. Indeed, if the pandemic has taught us anything, it is the importance of taking care of each other and of science and data-based decisions. I am convinced that more than ever, the rigorous Tepper School curriculum has prepared you to become the leaders of tomorrow. Throughout the school's history, we have seen our graduates achieving great success and bringing about remarkable change to the world. I have no doubt that you will do the same. Some of you will go on to lead major public corporations, create new businesses, invent new industries, produce path-breaking research, or perhaps even win a Nobel Prize. Our alumni consistently share success stories that highlight the career advantage they have gained by being among the leading performers who demonstrate analytical and leadership abilities beyond the business school norm. Today, more than ever, the world needs leaders who do not only have the vision and judgment to make good decisions, but who also have the integrity and moral character to do so responsibly. Your words, actions, and decisions will have consequences not only for you, but also for those who have placed their trust in you. Remember that the exceptional skills you now have must be matched by exceptional integrity. As you move through your career, I want to encourage you to make integrity and principled performance an inherent part of how you make decisions, how you manage people, and how you achieve results. As you make your impact on the world, I hope you will do it responsibly and ethically. Today is a day of celebration for you and your family. I want you to know that I believe all of you are ready to achieve great things. I wish you all the very best. I cannot wait to see all that you will accomplish. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce you to our keynote speaker, Janet Foley. Janet Foley is Executive Chair of the Board of Deloitte US, the largest professional services organization in the United States. She leads the board in providing governance and oversight of critical business matters, including strategy, brand positioning, risk mitigation, talent development, and leadership succession. Janet was elected as Executive Chair in June 2019 after serving as Chair and Chief Executive Officer of Deloitte Consulting LLP. After serving as Chair and Chief Executive Officer of Deloitte Consulting LLP, she led a $10 billion business helping Fortune 500 companies and government agencies translate complex issues into opportunities. Janet is a passionate advocate for diversity, equity, and inclusion, women in technology, and the need for science, technology, engineering and mathematics, STEM, education. I am very humbled and proud that Janet accepted to share a vision with us today and help us understand the qualities needed to succeed in a complicated post-pandemic world. Janet, welcome. We're so pleased to have you with us today.
Hello. Thank you to everyone tuning in today, including, of course, the graduating class of 2021. It is such an honor to be here with you all. Of course, when I say here, I actually mean here in Chicago, while you're there. Some with me here in Chicago, some in Pittsburgh, and others scattered across the country and around the world. But in the more metaphorical sense of here, after the longest year, and certainly not the one you imagined when you first stepped foot on campus, you are finally here, ready to meet this moment with hard-earned resilience, agility, and positivity. Because as you all know, perhaps better than anyone, this past year has forced every one of us to rethink just about everything. How we connect with and support one another, how we interact with the world around us, and how we use technology to do both. What better example than this unconventional commencement in front of our devices rather than all together on the lawn where we'd like to be. I know it's disappointing, but take it from someone who sat through her own graduation ceremony in 95-degree heat, not all rites of passage are everything they're chalked up to be. That said, I do think the hassle and hardship, and yes, even the heartache of this last year have given way to incredible growth. Even as the world stood still, you found ways to affect change and to create progress. You are more prepared than anyone for what comes next. Not only that, you are the architects of what comes next. So as you venture out to next jobs or first jobs, my advice is simple. Remember what you've learned this year. From your professors, from your classmates, from yourselves, and maybe most importantly, from Zoom. Seriously, Zoom. Because this year has made clear what I've seen throughout my entire career, and what you all, by education or innately or both, know to be true. That technology is at its best when it reflects humanity. In the business world especially, which sits at the intersection of art and science, statistics and society, as Tepper students, you're sitting at that intersection too, though you're hardly sitting still. You're building a business world that embraces all technology has to offer, while taking care to mitigate its unintended side effects. A business world in which innovation isn't an end, but a means to improve the lives of those around you. And a business world in which change is the only constant, and the pace of that change is growing faster by the day. In a world that for the majority of the past year has convened over Zoom. And love it or hate it, talking over screens has taught us all important lessons about how to make positive change, about how to be a good collaborator, and how to be a good person. I'd like to share 5 of those lessons now. Number 1, click on gallery view. Which is to say, acknowledge all the stakeholders in the room rather than focusing only on the loudest voice. Tepper's emphasis on collaboration is likely what drew many of you to this place. But rarely has there been a case study as powerful as this past year, where we saw different leaders, organizations, and industries working together to get people tested and inoculated, to keep businesses open and running, to curb misinformation, and to keep the public informed. Like how nonprofits collaborated with major supply chain companies to create equitable access to PPE and COVID-19 tested communities. Or how the pharmaceutical industry collaborated to produce vaccines in record time. Or how the business and arts communities have come together to curb vaccine hesitancy through a new ad campaign, one I'm honored to support as a sponsor. and a little more glamorous than my normal gigs. And most recent is how businesses and nonprofits have come together to bring much needed aid to India. We've learned the challenges are far too big and the stakes far too high for any one person or company or industry to go at it alone. So invite new and unusual collaborators into the room, stay in gallery view, and listen to what each of them has to say. Okay, number 2, keep the camera on. Meaning, be transparent and accountable, certainly for the big things. This year, many companies, including my own, released a transparency report around diversity, equity, and inclusion. It helped us identify gaps in our own understanding. It forced us to be honest about our progress. And it invited people to hold us accountable. It's just as important to be honest about the stuff that might otherwise go unnoticed. The moments when you've made a mistake, the times when you're, having a hard time. Which brings me to the other part of keeping your camera on, which is assuming and expecting positive intent when someone else doesn't. Recognize that they're probably with their kid or having a rogue dog interrupting their meeting or just having a bad day. Because there will come a time when your lunch is burning or your shirt is stained or your city dog, and this is a true story, is taken off leash in the countryside for the first time and gets quilled by a porcupine. And you'll need to go off camera to dequill him. And you'll want that same kind of grace offered to you. Which brings me to number 3. When lunch isn't burning and your dog isn't fighting wild animals, remember to unmute yourself. Speak courageously, even when it's hard or intimidating, especially when it's hard or intimidating. Sometimes that means posting on Twitter, delivering a speech, or penning an op-ed. But more times than not, it means having tough conversations with those you care about, coming in with an open mind and a clear argument. The fact that my own organization and I personally were so vocal this year about the injustices we saw, about what we need to address them, is a result of people, many of them just out of college or grad school, tirelessly and fearlessly pushing me and us to be bolder, to be better, presenting statistics and stories that illuminate a problem and offering real, tangible solutions. Whether those solutions are about something as macro as social justice or as micro as a topic in routine business conversation. As you enter or re-enter the workforce, please, please be those people. Because we need your voices, not just when you're in the C-suite or when you feel like you're ready or when the timing feels exactly right. We need them now. But let me be clear. I'm not suggesting you always be the loudest voice in the room. There are times that require respectful outspokenness and times that require quiet attention. So our 4th lesson, know when to mute yourself. I started my career on Wall Street in the 90s, helping financial institutions adopt new technologies. As a consultant who was not the deepest technologist on the team, as I was a quant by background, I surrounded myself with the real experts. I tried to absorb every single piece of information and advice they had to give me. I began to rise in the ranks, and that wasn't because I'd become the best technologist. No, I succeeded because I was the best listener. 3 decades later, and I still don't know all the answers about technology, about how to be a good leader and a good ally, which is why these days, this speech notwithstanding, I find myself talking less, not more. So mute yourself. Listen louder than you speak. Admit when you don't know something. Ask people, what else? What else am I missing? What else can you tell me? What else can I do? And then do the work. Without fanfare, without performance, without ego. Finally, and this is the most important one, know when it's time to log off. Because at the end of the day, the most important thing is who you're with at the end of the day. It may be hard to put that belief into practice. You very well might find yourselves working with people in different time zones, with different cultural expectations around personal time, or with different definitions of how life and work intersect. There'll be moments when you bend to those expectations, when you wake up early and stay up late for the good of the team. But that should be the exception, not the rule. Most days you should close your computer or leave the office and do what gives you energy. For me, that's going on an outdoor adventure with my sister, or baking a treat for a friend, or simply curling up with my husband and dog with a good book or one of our favorite Netflix shows. Whatever form it takes, prioritize the family and friends, teachers and teammates who got you to this moment. Because this, right now, it's a moment worth celebrating. We're here, together, apart, at the end of a long 14 months, and depending on your academic journey, a long 2 or 4 or 6 or 10 years. And we're here, together, apart, as the world opens up, just in time for you to head out into it. So log off, but don't forget everything you've learned in this year of being logged on. Within the workplace and beyond it, invite unlikely voices into the conversation and make sure you listen to what they have to say. Offer your own voice and your own big, bold ideas. Your attention and your openness and your willingness to say, I don't know. Be kind to each other and kind to yourself. And don't be afraid to, well, switch things up. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Thank you so much, Janet, for those inspiring words. I know that our students are grateful, and I would like to thank you for taking this time to speak with them today. Now, I would like to present you with the Tepper School of Business Award for Professional Excellence. On behalf of our community of faculty, students, and alumni, and staff members, we are pleased to honor your success and accomplishments. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Willem Jan van Oeven, Senior Associate Dean of the Tepper School, for a few remarks and award presentations.
Thank you. I would like to welcome and thank everyone for joining us today for this special event. I want to congratulate each of you for your accomplishments and for this great achievement. Personally, it has been a pleasure to have all of you here as students for the past few years. I have enjoyed getting to know and teaching such an impressive and accomplished class of students. It is now my pleasure to begin the awards portion of the ceremony. We will start by recognizing the faculty award winners who have demonstrated an exceptional commitment to teaching excellence. The George Liedenbach Excellence in Teaching Award honors faculty excellence for teaching in our MBA program. From those nominated, the graduating class voted to determine the outstanding teacher for the year. This year the nominees are Jeff Gallick, Tae-Wan Kim, Lars Kuhn, and Ron Placone. This year's recipient of the George Liedenbach Excellence in Teaching Award is Associate Professor of Finance Lars Kuhn. And now we will hear from Lars.
Dear MBA students, it is my great honor to receive the George Liedenbach Excellence in Teaching Award. Teaching at Tepper has been a rewarding journey for me. For the last 5 years, I've been teaching Finance 2. Making this class highly relevant for you has been very important to me. In my class, I cover valuation models for public and for private firms. Besides learning about finance theory, which admittedly can sometimes be boring, we also discuss the latest fads in finance. Whether we talk about Bitcoin, the GameStop frenzy, or Tesla's valuation, your class participation makes teaching fun. I've been fortunate to have had great MBA students who are eager to learn with an open mindset and don't shy away from hard work. I also like to thank multiple cohorts of MBA teaching assistants who have helped to make this class better. This year, Jay and Prashant excelled at their job. Thank you again for this award. It means a lot for me.
The MSBA Faculty Excellence Award is given to the faculty member who has demonstrated excellence in teaching and has made an impact in the Master of Business Analytics program. This year's recipient is Assistant Professor of Business Analytics, Dok-Hyun Lee. And now we will hear from Dok-Hyun.
Hello, everyone. I'm greatly honored to be receiving the 2021 MSBA Faculty Excellence Award. Thank you, MSBA Class of 2021, for not only being an eager and hardworking cohort, but also actively participating and contributing to an otherwise dual Zoom environment. Thank you for putting up with my meme and cheesy jokes. Your reactions kept me encouraged and entertained more than you can imagine. I was truly impressed listening to classes' startup ideas applying cutting-edge techniques. It is surprising how many groups got it down to implementable details while being mindful of responsible use of AI. And I hope to become your #1 customer if anyone ever does implement them. I'm excited for the graduating class and all the awesome things you all will achieve in your respective disciplines. And let us remember to use AI responsibly. I would like to end with a quote from Derman and Wilmot's modelers' Hippocratic Oath. I understand that my work may have enormous effects on society and the economy, many of them beyond my comprehension. And again, congratulations, MSBA Class of 2021.
The Richard M. Syard Excellence in Teaching Award is given to the faculty member who has demonstrated excellence in teaching in the undergraduate economics program. This year's recipient is Associate Teaching Professor of Economics, John Gasper. And now we will hear from John.
Thank you very much. It is truly an honor to receive this award this year. I know it's been an incredibly challenging year. It certainly has been for faculty, certainly for staff, and most certainly for the students as well. It has been truly an honor to teach you during kind of COVID and Zoom times, but also during non-COVID times too. And I look forward to the days when we can get back and catch up over coffee in the Tepper Quad. And if you're graduating this year, please keep in touch. One thing that you probably don't realize is how much professors truly enjoy to hear about your successes. We've given you a toolkit that you will change the world with. We want to hear how you're doing it. Thank you very much. It's been truly an honor.
The Gerald L. Thompson Excellence in Teaching Award is given to the faculty member who has demonstrated excellence in teaching in the undergraduate business program. This year's recipient of the Gerald L. Thompson Excellence in Teaching Award is Assistant Teaching Professor of Business Management Communications, Clara Burke. And now we will hear from Clara.
Thank you, class of 2021. Those of you who have been in my business presentations class, I'm making a video presentation to you, finally. This award means a great deal to me because it comes from you. And it's been my pleasure to work with you in your time at Tepper as you took on the world in so many different ways. But particularly this class, particularly this year, you weathered something extraordinary. You pulled together to steer through it. As you start out on this next adventure, I hope you all find calmer waters and open passage to wherever you want to go. Take care out there. Keep that class of 2021 spirit alive.
Congratulations to all our awardees this year. I enjoy getting the opportunity to honor and recognize your accomplishments. Now, I would like to invite Dean Bagieux back to the stage for our closing remarks.
I hope throughout the ceremony today, you have seen the pride we have in each of you. As you leave today, I want you to know that all of the Tepper School faculty and staff wish you success in all of your future endeavor. I would also like to personally thank you for the leadership and participation you have demonstrated during your time here. You have been an exceptional class, and I'm proud of all you have accomplished and the impact you have had on the school. This has not been an easy year, and I am truly inspired by the resilience you have shown. You are now members of the Tepper School alumni community. This community is extremely strong and supportive. They have shown great support for the Tepper School and our initiatives here. I hope as alumni you will remain involved with the school. Know you will always have the support of this powerful network. I hope that you will stay connected with your classmates and maintain all the relationships you have built here. The connections you have formed here will serve you throughout your careers. Your support and engagement with the school will also ensure that future generations of Tepper School students benefit from the alumni network. To make sure you do not lose contact with each other and with the school, you're all invited back to Pittsburgh next April to celebrate your one-year reunion. It will be a great opportunity for you to reconnect with your former classmates, your fellow alumni, and the school. I look forward to seeing you here next April. Many people keep themselves busy, dreaming about what they could become and do. I would like to ask you to keep busy doing. This is what the really happy, really successful, and engaged people are doing. Nothing is impossible. And I know that we gave you all the tools you need to make it happen. Once again, to all our graduates, congratulations. Now, I would like to introduce you to one of our most noteworthy members of the alumni community, Mr. David Tepper. David Tepper is one of the most successful investors of his generation and has been a huge supporter of the Tepper School since his graduation. We cannot thank him enough for the generosity he has shown to this school. His hedge fund, Appaloosa Management LP, has consistently outperformed industry peers and the broader global market since inception. Tepper is also the owner of the Carolina Panthers, franchise of the National Football League, and Charlotte FC of Major League Soccer. A major philanthropist, Tepper champions education and meeting people's basic needs across the US, with a focus on communities in New Jersey, the Carolinas, Florida, and the greater Pittsburgh area. He's also a significant supporter of major charities worldwide, including Feeding America. Additionally, he has played an integral role in providing natural disaster relief nationwide. The son of a public school teacher, Tepper is passionate about ensuring education is accessible to all and that children and teachers have the tools and resources they need to strive. To that end, he works closely with several organizations in North Carolina and New Jersey. He serves on the boards of Blue Meridian, a partnership of impact-driven philanthropists seeking to change the odds for America's children and youth living in poverty, and the Robin Hood Foundation, New York's largest poverty-fighting organization. A 1982 MBA graduate of Carnegie Mellon's Business School, he serves on the board of trustees of both the university and the Tepper School of Business. He received his BA in economics in 1978 from the University of Pittsburgh. And now to David Tepper.
Good afternoon, class of 2021. You guys have done a great job during this really tough pandemic year. You've got one of the best educations possible. I really know you guys are all going to do fantastic when you get out in the world. Carnegie Mellon for me was just a fantastic place and a fantastic education. And like I say, I use it every day. And I know you guys are just going to be masters of the universe. So congratulations again.
Thank you, David, for those very inspiring remarks. Today's ceremony underscores the enormous pride we have in each of you. The faculty, administration, staff send along their very best wishes for your success. As Dean Beju mentioned, you are joining a very strong community of alumni. Please know that the school and this community will be here to support you throughout your career. And know that you have the skills and knowledge to accomplish whatever you set out to do. When I talk with leaders of organizations about what makes for successful careers, they list the skills where you excel. The ability to think critically, to analyze data appropriately, to work effectively in interdisciplinary teams, and to care about something. As you leave here today to start the next chapter in your lives, you will have many opportunities. You are prepared to have a very successful career and a satisfying life. Once again, to all our graduates, congratulations. Thank you for joining us here today. This concludes the 2021 graduation celebration. Please join me in applauding our graduates.